Hey everyone, Gordon here with another Tech Time with Gordon. Today I'm going to be discussing Bluetooth basics. So what we're going to cover is what Bluetooth is, what it can do for you, and some of the advantages and disadvantages in regards to utilizing it. So let's begin. So, what is Bluetooth anyway? Bluetooth stands for Short Range Wireless Interconnection of Devices. This is generally going to be your smartphone or mobile phone, computers, tablets, and really any other electronic device. You probably use this without even realizing that you are using it. It's an invisible wire that connects different devices together. Basically, it needs something sending that signal and then it needs some hardware to take that signal and understand it. So like I said before, Bluetooth does require a signal being broadcast and hardware to receive it. This is how we're going to connect different devices together for them to communicate. With the hardware side, this is generally going to be a chip that is inside your device. This is going to encode the information that you want broadcast, and it's going to send that out as a signal. And then the other device is also going to have some kind of hardware, so an antenna like chip. It's going to take that signal and it's going to decode it, and then it's going to take that information and do something with it. Now, once we have our device broadcasting and we have another device receiving, we have connected a link between these two devices, and together they create what's called a Piconet. Now, the range between these two devices is generally going to be short, so roughly about 15 to 25 meters. The reason why it's short compared to Wi-Fi is it's designed that way so it doesn't interfere with other signals being broadcast. You may be asking yourself, Gordon, what can I actually use Bluetooth for anyway? You haven't really said anything. Well, what you can use Bluetooth for is basically Bluetooth helps in regards to taking data or information from one device and transmitting it to another device. This could be something as simple as having a document on, say, this device and printing it off on a Bluetooth printer. Maybe I have music playing and I want to transfer it to a portable speaker, or maybe I want my car, if it has Bluetooth built in, to play it on the car radio. I can pair other Bluetooth devices this way and they can interact with each other. So again, this is sharing information or control via other Bluetooth devices. Now, is this safe? Well, Bluetooth is very safe. The signal is not just on one frequency. So what I mean by this, because it's transmitting a wave or signal, if it's on one frequency, you do have the potential of someone jumping in and being able to take that. However, with Bluetooth, this signal jumps around over 1600 times per second. So it's not the same frequency all the time. It is jumping to different wavelengths or different frequencies, and because of this, it is harder for someone to find that exact frequency and interfere with your data or take your data. It's actually considered much more secure than Wi-Fi is. The biggest thing why this hasn't replaced Wi-Fi is it is a slower rate of transfer. So you couldn't say stream anything with Bluetooth because the signal is only taking so much, so it would be a slower signal. But in regards to security, it is a secure form of wireless connection. There are myths when it comes to using Bluetooth. One of them is that if you have Bluetooth turned on all the time, it's going to drain your battery much quicker. This is false. Basically, having Bluetooth turned on all the time won't drain your battery any more than technically having Wi-Fi on when you're not connected to a network directly. It is going to be actively trying to seek out a signal. However, the energy consumption in regards to this is only about 1 to 3% per day. So not very much. Newer devices have the ability to keep Bluetooth devices that have already been paired or Piconet active even without any power. There are a few, such as watches, that they use the environment around them, so such as step trackers. If you are jogging and all that, your actual movement might be powering your Bluetooth. And again, this is newer devices that are using it, because again, Bluetooth does not require a lot of energy to begin with, so newer devices have found ways around that. So very energy efficient. In conclusion, Bluetooth is a great way to connect devices wirelessly. The advantages are that it is more secure, so using multiple wavelengths in order to make sure that no one can connect to it. When it comes down to battery life, it doesn't consume much, and in some newer devices, it really doesn't need battery at all. The downside in regards to it is a lot shorter range, and it can't transfer as much data, say, compared to Wi-Fi, so you can't really do streaming or downloading big content. However, it is great for using some smaller features, such as connecting a wireless keyboard or mouse, Bluetooth printing, connecting to your Bluetooth speaker or car radio. Great for when it comes down to smart homes, because generally with smart home, either you're connecting with Wi-Fi or a Bluetooth connection. So there are some advantages to using Bluetooth. One app that I would recommend if you haven't checked it out, the COVID tracker, utilizes Bluetooth seeking to gain the information. So, knowing now that Bluetooth is quite secure, say compared to Wi-Fi, it might give you some comfort factors in regards to actually using that app. I hope that gave you some better insight in regards to Bluetooth technology. If you haven't checked out my past video, click here. And if you haven't subscribed to the Collingwood Library channel for YouTube, definitely click the subscribe down below. We are constantly adding new videos on here, so definitely check that out. Have a nice day. Bye for now.